A lot of people tell me often, hey, I don't like green tea because it is astringent, it's bitter, it's some tea I just don't like due to this fact. But this is something you can absolutely control. I will gonna show you today actually how you are going to do a very smooth tea, even with a tea which is not of the highest quality. I brought to you today a Fukamushicha. Here I cheat a little bit. Fukamushicha is a deep steam tea which is rendered already a little bit smooth, but it's not the highest quality Fukamushicha which I have here, so it's a little bit astringent, and you also can see that there are stems in it which render it a little bit more bitter, a little bit more rough as well. So here, for example, you can really see there's a stem inside. So this is something which this tea is going to give me if I steep it at a very high temperature. So I'm gonna show you how the difference will be already in color, already then in taste, really showing you how the different steeping temperature really affects the tea. For this I have my same Kyushus here, black color. Kyushus render the tea more smooth and sweet, so I really prepared this session here to try to make the tea as smooth as possible, but still with this smoothness I will show you that the hot water has a deep effect on the stringency and on the taste and flavor profile. So here I got water in, I cannot really touch it, so it has been heated up to 100 degrees, maybe cooled down now to 94, 93 degrees. So here we are very high temperature, close to boiling temperature, and I just gonna fill the Kyushu up. On the other side here I have a very low temperature water, so I can really touch it. It's a little bit hotter than 50 degrees, so we are here at around 53, 54 degrees Celsius, which is normally a temperature with which the Gyokuro is brewed, especially the Gyokuro from Mrs. Sakamoto. He recommends to brew it between 50 and 40 degrees. Here, cool down a little bit in the Kyushu. This water here will bring out much more sweeter notes in the tea. So I can just put this away so you really can only see the Kyushus on the table. And I am gonna show you already how the tea looks different. So just follow me here. When you have a look at this one here, you already can see there's kind of a more yellowish color, and here the tea seems much less strong in this yellow color. So you can already see that in the leaves that actually the leaves are affected in the Kyushu by the temperature of the water. But let's go on and have a look how this tea looks like. So we're gonna just pour it into the glass. So now this is the strong or higher temperature Fukamushi. Voila, just take the lid, makes it much easier, and just try to take out all the water. Yeah. So this is number one, high temperature 93 degree water, and now we're gonna go in and take the colder infusion. It's not cold, but it's still a pretty nice warm temperature which I used, and you can really see the color difference of these two infusions. Exactly the same tea, same amount of water, same amount of time, and same amount of grams of the tea. So you can really see the difference, what the difference is already when I hold it up. So the difference here, much darker the color here, and here you got much more of the lightness and the greener part. So it seems that here you got a really much more minerals and also more catechins and tannins into the water, and here more theanine and amino acids in the water and less the astringent parts. But let's go into the tasting and really try these teas out. So I take first the hot brewed close to boiling temperature tea. Already here at the top of the tongue, it's really strong in the flavor profile of bitterness, of astringency. So really have a strong astringent flavor here. It's not a pleasure to drink this tea. It's also dry on the top of the tongue. There's no creaminess. Now a little bit of the umami taste is kicking in, a little bit of the sweetness is coming out, but this like the strong bitterness is really remaining in the mouth, and I really have to get rid of this, so I'll just take a sip. Of the colder water, just to get rid of this astringent taste. So here, really a strong astringency. I just put it here, and now we take the other tea. So also same tea, fukamushi. So deep steam tea, normally a sweeter tea. Let's have a sip of this one here. It's really day and night. I have much more creaminess here. I have a nuttiness. I have a little bit of cashew nuts. So it really seems that you have a much stronger flavor profile going in different directions. I have a sweetness coming in, a floral note. I also have a little bit of sunflower seeds. I have a little bit of, so the nuttiness in sunflower seeds is really impressive. So the low temperature really seems to bring out this nutty flavor. So being down at the lower temperature is actually bringing much more and of different taste notes into the tea, and there's a smoothness, a sweetness. It is not very strong in the flavor profile of umami, so there is this a little bit this umami, this a little bit brothy taste, but there's so much sweetness, so much creaminess and nuttiness with it. This is really interesting if you go on the lower temperature. So here we might say we were even slightly below, due to the fact when you take 53 degrees of water, it cools down a little bit in the Kyushu, maybe going down to 48, 47, maybe 49 degrees. And then it really makes this tea much more tender, much smoother, and bringing in this creamy nutty note. And if you like it a little bit more in the freshness, if you like to have a little bit of this fresh astringency in the mouth, which is then not too strong, maybe you can go out to 65 to 70 degree, but as soon as you go higher to 80, 85, 90, or even 95 degrees, like this one here, then you're definitely too high and you bring out the astringency. So I just compare again. It's so strong, this astringency. Holy shit. Oops. And here we got more. Of this tender smoothness of the tea. Just incredible. So two different kinds of steeping, same tea, an amazing experience. So try it for yourself, see how your preferred tea is when you really steep it at a very strong temperature, and then look at the same tea at a low temperature. You will find a huge difference, even when you go down from 70 degrees to 50 or even 45 degrees. It's definitely an experience. You should try, take your favorite tea and do it at different temperatures, and never, ever oversteep it, because unfortunately this tea now has to go without even being drunk. So thanks a lot for this time. Thanks a lot for being part of this small session. I wish you a great evening. Bye.